For now, the displacement continues, and Gazans are running out of places to go. Shaima Khalil, BBC News, Jerusalem.
Well, with me now is BBC Arabic correspondent Saeed Shehata. Saeed, thank you very much for joining us. Shaima mentioned there the Egypt proposal. What do we know about the latest? What are they waiting for from the two sides at the moment?
There is still differences. You know, the Egypt plan is 3 stages where they release all the hostages through these 3 stages, a return for stopping fighting, let more aid and redeployment of the Israeli forces outside Gaza, hoping that at the end will be a permanent ceasefire and then negotiation about the future. The latest, according to Egyptian officials, there is no reply yet from the concerned parties, either Israel or the Palestinian factions, because Al-Jihad al-Islami group and Hamas plus the Palestinian Authority are the 3 parties. They should have their input or their feedback about that. According to the Al-Jihad al-Islami, there is no yet a response because they need to have like a unified response from all the Palestinian factions regarding that. So there is no confirmation. And the reservation from Al-Jihad al-Islami is the fear that after releasing all the hostages held by Hamas and Al-Jihad al-Islami in Gaza, Israel will continue bombardment of bombing Gaza. So this is a fear. They need guarantee that after these 3 stages, or after the plan implemented, there is no Israeli offensive on the ground or airstrikes. So still, no response, no reply yet, but delegation from Al-Jihad, Hamas, and the Palestinian Authority went to Egypt. They met Egyptian officials, but still not yet a response for the Egyptian plan. The hope is this plan will work out because it's the only hope for the current conflict, which killing more people, because Israel cannot get the hostages through the military methods, because they tried before and they failed because in one incident they killed 3 hostages by mistake. So it proved that military option was not helping, and there is pressure on the Israeli government to release the hostages alive because they fear they might be dead through the military operation. So all of that put pressure to make the plan working, but still the response from the concerned parties are weighted by the Egyptian officials.
Meanwhile, we've had South Africa come out and say that they are going to the International Criminal Court of Justice to say that Israel has carried out what it's calling genocidal acts in Gaza.
Yeah, South Africa application to the International Court of Justice claiming that Israeli forces violated the UN Genocide Convention, because they claim, or the South Africa application saying Israeli forces operations in Gaza was done with the intent to kill specific people, which is the Palestinian in Gaza, which part of the broader Palestinian national, ethnical, and racial groups. So at that, according to the Genocide Convention, it is genocide. So this is the claim of South Africa, but Israel rejecting that, saying there is no factual or legal basis for that, and this is, according to Israeli official, saying that it's despicable exploitation of the court. And Israel said they don't target, they are not the resident of Gaza, they are not the enemy of Israel, but Hamas people, and they avoid, according to Israel, they avoid killing civilians, and they help through giving some aid to them. So they are not, according to the Genocide Convention, from the Israeli side. So there is 2 different versions, but still the proceeding will carry on, and we'll see what's happening after that.
And all the time, Israel continuing its offensive in central Gaza.
Yeah, they targeted 3 different places in central Gaza: Al-Maghazi, Al-Nusayrat, and Al-Bureij. And there is some people killed, one of them like a journalist and part of his family. So the number of journalists, according to Hamas official statistics, 106 journalists were killed so far in this war. The offensive forcing people, about 150,000 people, to move from central Gaza to go to the south to Rafah. And it's like overwhelmed by already many displaced people. There is about 85% of the Gazan residents displaced according to UN statistics. So the problem is increasing there. The pressure on the civilian is increasing there. And according to several UN organizations and the international humanitarian organization, there is no safe place in Gaza, even Rafah. Khan Yunis were targeted by Israeli airstrikes and bombardments. So it's a problem and pressure on Israel to stop that and to go to the Egyptian plan and have a truce.
Okay, Saeed Shehata from BBC Arabic, thank you very much for joining me.